Hey everybody, it's Becky and I am going to show you my makeup collection organization. I just redid this whole system. I mean, I had this drawer unit, but I just redid everything. And this is similar to the ones that people use a lot from IKEA. They use the Alex drawer system. This one is from Improvements magazine. It was around $80 to $100, I think, and it did come with wheels. We just didn't put the wheels on. I didn't want it rolling all over the place, but so far it's held up pretty well. I've had it for probably 2 years now. And like I mentioned in my closet video, if that hasn't posted yet, you'll see that we have hardly any storage. We have our master closet has to be our linen closet and our closet for our clothes, and then there's only one drawer in this bathroom. So I didn't have anywhere to put my makeup. If I'm being quiet, by the way, my kids are asleep in the next room in their rooms, and I'm trying to be quiet. So I just redid this. The one thing I don't like about it are the white labels. I'm going to try to get some kind of cute washi tape or something to make them not so standoutish. But right now, that's the way that I organize them, and I've got those little white, just regular labels. But the first drawer, and they're pretty much in the way that I put my makeup on. So I have my makeup brushes up here, which these came from Hobby Lobby. I have my beauty blender in there. I wanted to be able to leave it out where it could dry and not have to lay it down so it won't get smushed. And then this one also came from Hobby Lobby. I just stuck a Bath & Body Works candle, empty one, like the jar inside, and filled it with these little beads, which I cannot pick up. Just these little beads, and that holds the brushes up straight, and you can use sand also. So that's where I keep my brushes, and I put the makeup in order of how I put it on. So the first thing that goes on after skincare is, my face products. And again, they're kind of in order of how I put them on. So this section is all primers and concealers, and then sunscreen, which most of my primers have sunscreen in them, but this is like if I'm going out somewhere and I need extra protection, this is 50. But I have my Urban Decay face setting spray, a couple extra primers. I have this one on top because I'm trying to get rid of this one first before I move on to the other ones. And my favorite concealers, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles and the Treatment Concealer. So one of them is like a highlighter and one of them is the Brightening Illuminator, which is this one. Then I have my foundation, which I used to have more than one, but I really just love this one. And this is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation. I wear the Ivory. I am so off. Here we are. The Ivory. I love this foundation. I have all my powders, and I'm trying to finish this one up, so it's up in the front, and then I'm still working on my Laura Geller one. I have my Mally Poreless Face Defender with the sponge. And then all my blushes, I have two from NYX, my NARS one, and these are all e.l.f. ones, the Eyes, Lips, Face. And then I have a Physicians Formula, Milani, and the Victoria's Secret one, which I don't like. These are all loose and stains and sticks. So I have a couple of the Bare Essential ones, Bare Minerals, and then these are e.l.f. again, brand. Pretty much exactly the same as the Bare Minerals ones, only way less expensive. And I have the Bennett tint and the Cha Cha tint. I do have the High Beam too, but I keep it with the illuminators. I have a Tarte cheek stain, and which one is this one? Blushing Bride. I had that forever. And I have the Josie Maran cheek stick, which came free in one of my sets, and I don't really like the smell, but it works okay. I just like the kind of smell of it. And then these are all illuminators, so I've got powder ones, I've got the e.l.f. shimmer stick, I've got the Boots No. 7 highlights, which is a dupe for the High Beam. I've got a little Travel What's Up from Benefit. So that's where all that stuff is. And then I have two bronzers, which I hardly ever use, so they're over here. And these are all extra face powders. I've got the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I hardly ever use that. And then I have two samples of the Tarte Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. And then in the back, it's going to be kind of hard to see without pulling this whole drawer out. I have all my foundation extras that I'm waiting to use because I am a couponer, so I got those on a really good deal. And I have two extra of the Laura Geller, what's it called? Laura Geller Balance and Brighten. I have two of those back there. So that's the first drawer. The second drawer is all primers, eyeliners, and mascara. And this is one of the newest changes that I made. I used to keep everything organized by color. Even if it was a primer like this, like the 24-hour tattoo things from Maybelline, I would keep this one with the brown eyeshadows, which it has always worked. This is a new process, a new way of doing this, so we'll see if I like this way better, because right now I have everything that is eyelid prep in this drawer. So I have my Urban Decay Primer Potion, I have the anti-aging one, I have the e.l.f. primer, eyelid primer, which I just got, and it works pretty good. My eyelash curler and my extra eyelash curler pads, and just a random eyebrow pencil because that's the only one I use. These are all the prime and priming pots and paint pots and things like that. I only have one true paint pot from MAC, which is the Dangerous Curves. It's that one. The rest of these are color tattoos from Maybelline. I have a couple MAC, what do they call these things? Paints. I have a couple of these, and then one from Victoria's Secret. Now, the one thing I will say that I did differently is some of these, like in this one in particular, I knew, Bad to the Bronze. I know what that looks like by the name. Barely Beige and Barely Branded, I know what those look like by the name. But like this one from MAC, it's called Dangerous Curves, and it's like a silver kind of a purple. And I didn't remember by the name what color it was, and without being able to see it, this one you can kind of see, but without being able to see it very well, I wanted to know what it looked like, what it was, without having to pick it up and look at it. So if I didn't remember the names of what they were, then I would put, this one's a Silver Plum. That way I don't have to go and look, oh, it's Dangerous Curves. Well, what color was Dangerous Curves? I just know it's a Silver Plum. Does that make any sense? Because I find that I wasn't using as many things if I didn't know what they were, and without having to pick them up and look at them, I would just pick up the ones I knew what they were by the name or by being able to see them, and I wasn't using all my collection. So I think this is going to be a good way to make sure that I see everything and know what it is and use it more often. These are all eyeliners, and then my sharpeners. These are all my shadow sticks. So I've got a lot of the Mally ones. What are they called? Just Mally eyeshadow. I thought they were called something. I don't know. But I have a bunch of those. I have a bunch of the Sephora ones, which a lot of times I'll use one of these as my eyeliner on my bottom lashes, under my bottom, on my bottom eyelid, whatever it's called. I'll use those as the eyeliner on the bottom because it's kind of smudgy and a little bit softer than an eyeliner or pencil would be. And then I have the Urban Decay ones back there. The mascaras that I'm using, I kind of circulate between those. Extra mascara and eyeliner is right here. And then this little pot is all of my illuminating things that I would use on brow bone or inner corner. So I have a Victoria's Secret kind of a champagne color. I have the Physicians Formula one. I have a Garden Botanica one, if anybody remembers that store. And then in the back, well, there's a little peg back there, but in the back I have all my liquid liners, which I hardly ever use, so that's why they're in the very back. And this drawer they have pegs, so you can't pull them out too far. So that's why, if I wanted to get those out, I'd have to take the peg out, I guess. This drawer is all browns, pinks, and greens. And they're organized by loose and pressed, loose and pressed. So this is all the browns. These are all either e.l.f. or Bare Essentials loose shadows. And they have a Benefit one, Victoria's Secret one, and a sample from Bare Essentials. And these are all pressed. And like I said, like these I can see in the side, so I don't have to know what the name is to know what it is. But like Satin Taupe, I know what that is. Cloud, I wouldn't be able to see the color. I know which eyeshadow Cloud is. It's a Stila eyeshadow. But I have a couple, and without being able to see the color, I wouldn't have known which one that was if it was just sitting in there like this. So I put the name on the side. And then, like these in particular, these are Victoria's Secret ones. And the name is, what is it called? I can't see Mystified. Well, I wouldn't know, off the top of my head what color that was going to be. I mean, obviously it would be some kind of a brown if it was in the brown drawer, but I went ahead and put that it's a champagne color. Same thing with this one. This one is Luster or Decadent, and I put that it's a shimmer brown so that I know what color it is without having to pick it up and open it. And I have all my pinks here, and then I have two of the MAC pigments. And these are the Wet n Wild trios. I just labeled them Sweet as Candy. We're blasting off, and then I know the names of those, so I know what they look like, but this one's Knock on Wood, and I never would have remembered what it really looked like. So I wrote that it's a burgundy brown trio. And I have very few greens, so that's the green, and then I have one kind of a teal color. This drawer is all gray, purple, and blues, same thing, labeled everything. These are all Bare Essentials or e.l.f. Loose eyeshadows, pressed eyeshadows, purple loose eyeshadows, purple pressed eyeshadows, and then blue, which again I hardly ever wear. So that's that drawer. My lip drawer gave me the most trouble because I used to have them in a bin where they were kind of stacked a couple layers high, and I couldn't see the ones in the bottom, and so I kept using the same ones over and over again because I would just grab the ones off the top. So this bin is all ones that are mostly meant to be used on top of a darker color. They don't have much color of their own. They're either clear or just very kind of a shimmery highlight color that you'd wear over a dark lip. So that's that whole one, and then I have a sugar SPF 15 lip treatment. These are all ones that could be worn alone, that are darker and have a lot more pigment to them. And then these are all of my lip liners. I don't have many. I have a couple clear ones because I tend to use those the most. And then these are just like lip crayons. All my lipsticks, and I have a couple over here that wouldn't fit because the drawer wouldn't close, which was very frustrating because I really wanted them to be over there. But that is the lip drawer, and then in the back, I just have, ooh, that one doesn't have a peg. I have extra lip gloss and like chapstick and stuff in the back of there. This one is all my palettes, which I don't have that many, and extra makeup brushes. So I hardly ever use these. I have an extra beauty blender. I keep my beauty blender cleanser right there and some extra like powder puffs in there. And I hardly ever use those brushes, but I wanted to keep them handy in case I needed them. And then that's all the makeup. The next drawers are just razors and things. So this is all of our razors. My Amjoy callus remover, which I did a review on that. An extra bottle of shave gel. More shave. These are the ones you throw away, and these are like the replacement heads for that. My husband's extra razor and charger. This one is just soap, extra eye makeup remover, my face wipes, and some face scrubs. This stuff's not that exciting. This one is kind of random. It's my Clarisonic charger. I have extra pegs for these drawers. 2 powder puffs. This is a Benefit shimmer powder from like 12 years ago that still has stuff in it. And these are all body powders that I hardly ever use because they have shimmer. And so we use them for either special occasions or my girls will play with them. So those are in there. And then the very bottom drawer is my nail polish. Now I know that it's probably not the best place to keep your nail polish in a bathroom, but it's really the only place that I have found that I actually enjoy having them, and I like the way they are, and they're out of the way, and if they spill, you know, they're in here and they're not going to make a mess on the carpet. So I have them pretty much arranged by color. I have pinks and reds, purples, blues, greens, and then all these are either top coats or glitter top coats and things like that. And then in the back I just have nail decals and those Sally Hansen Salon Effects things, a couple nail polish pens, which don't work very well for me, and then cute little girly decals and things like that. So there's quite a bit of room in the back to grow. You probably can't see, but at some point, if I get a whole lot more nail polish, I'll probably have to put this stuff somewhere else and have a second drawer of nail polish. But right now it all does fit in here, or I could move this someplace and potentially put more polish right there. So that is my makeup collection tour. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.